difficulties for this. I'm just giving it a couple minutes to see what happens. I think something's going on with one of my programs is cutting off OBS when I start it, but here's hoping. I'm gonna give it like 5 minutes into the stream before we continue. Probably should have tested it earlier, but it's like immediately, like 1 minute into the stream, it just disconnects, and I don't know why it's doing that. Like, this is the reason why I have the minute of fear that I always call it. It's like the first minute of starting a stream. Usually, if it would cut out, it'd be within that first minute. Well, so much for the pre-show on that one. That's weird. Okay. But everything looks okay, knock on wood. Okay, so the camera's working. It looks okay. KBS is still good. Everything's in the green. All right, so let me check something here real quick because I was kind of messing around with the audio properties here. Okay, so the desktop audio be on this track, but I believe if I set the VOD to omit track 1. Yeah, it was kind of like spur of the moment because especially yesterday I'd noticed that my internet wasn't cutting out nearly as much. We haven't replaced the modem, and I think it's starting to cooperate. Fingers crossed. But it did cut out at the beginning of the stream. But we didn't lose internet. That's the thing. Not like last time. So I think the issue for this one was that because before I lost everything, like everything disconnected. For this one, it was just OBS stopping stream for some reason. I think it might have been my my antivirus program stopping it. So I just updated it to allow OBS to do its thing, and I think it's working fine now. It's weird it just decided to do that now. Alright, so indeed. So we're 8 minutes in. So there's another thing that I wanted to try out. This is mostly just for the sake of the VOD. I'm gonna turn this on. I'm gonna see if you guys can be able to hear this, if this is coming through. $12 minutes. It says 8.5 on mine, unless it didn't disconnect the first part, which is weird because it'd be a bit of a pause in between. Oh, that's very strange, Twitch. Well, I'm gonna see how that VOD turns out, but music's not coming through, right? Nope. Okay. So I've got an audio source that I've dubbed VOD music. So it's playing on an alternate track. It's playing right now, but it's not being played on the stream, but it's supposed to appear on the VOD. So I think this is my workaround of playing any kind of music that I want at this point. So let me see if this plays then. Turn down the volume first for starters. Shuffle. Is that coming through? Okay, so that's coming through. That's my desktop audio. That's the music. That's the audio source that I've used for as far as I can remember. So what I've got is a second audio source that's playing music, non-copyrighted music, for the sake of having it on the VOD so it's not just dead quiet. But it's not coming through on this live on the stream because that track is not active, but it will be on the VOD. And I set that on for the output on OBS, because you can set it to have the output to have certain tracks active as opposed to the live streaming audio tracks. That makes sense? Because what's playing right now is music from Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn, but the alternate track is playing lo-fi music. So that you shouldn't be hearing the lo-fi music now, but on the VOD it should show up while the how am I streaming audio to something that doesn't exist until the stream has ended? Because it's playing at the same time. Both tracks are active. Both audio sources are active. But the VOD music track isn't audible for live. It's only audible for the VOD. Well, we'll find out. This is an experiment. And OBS Studio literally has it set as VOD track, Twitch VOD track for output. If you look at the settings on output, you'll see in the streaming settings it says Twitch VOD track. So why would they do that if they had that feature in OBS to begin with? I don't either. I just have everything. I just have like two, maybe three audio sources. It'll just be the desktop audio, the microphone, and whatever's on the Elgato. That's about it. And I kind of like notice, especially when I was doing the Heavy Arms build, because I was playing Gundam Wing soundtrack music, and it like muted half the songs in there, like a third or half of them. So I was like, And I noticed that some VODs from other streamers have their track muted. So I kind of was like, how'd they do that? So I looked. So if it works, Twitch VOD will have audio in the background, but the archive... No, because when the archive will have the Twitch VOD, because that's how I import it. So whatever's going to be on the Twitch VOD is going to be in the archive on YouTube, which would be the alternate track. Also, it's not muting. It's not overpowering me, is it? It's not drowning me out. Okay. So while that's playing, so yeah, Dynasty Warriors Gundam music. I was gonna say something, but I completely forgot what it was. It just like completely slipped my mind. Anyways, fingers crossed and hoping that this stream doesn't disconnect. We're probably gonna get the new modem this weekend. We'll see, because it still disconnects every now and then, just not nearly as much like a couple days ago. Like last night was a good sign, because I was able to sit through all of Grimm and watch Critical Role and nothing happened. Alright, so let's see. Where we last left off, we only managed to complete one leg, because that took forever. I did build the other leg off stream just for the sake of getting it done. So let's see. All we got left is the waist and the armor on the arms and the weapons. And that's it. So I don't know how long the armor is going to take me, considering I'm not dealing with any kind of like MS joints or anything like that. But we'll see. The L-base LEDs are on the way. They're in New Jersey right now, although that was 2 days ago. So for all I know, they're in the same state, possibly in the same city. I'll probably get them tomorrow. The app hasn't updated. So let's see if they updated it now. Let's see. In transit. Yeah, the 13th. 21. That's like 9 o'clock. Almost 10 o'clock. That it left the hub facility in New Jersey, Carteret, New Jersey. And shit doesn't take that long to get from there to here. considering that it left its original. I think it came from China, and that did not take long. It only took like. Actually, it came on a lot quicker. I thought it would take another week or so for it to actually get stateside. So that'll probably show up tomorrow. So what I will probably do is take the head apart and get that prepped for the LED. So that means taking off the there's no light for that one. It's just gonna be on here. The sticker, which is metallic for the head cam and the eyes, start coloring that in. But we'll see. I'll just do that after. Because I did get the paints. I got them right here. It's a clear blue and a clear orange. Yeah. So I could take apart the head now and get that going. And then for the rest of the stream, we'll build the waist and the armor. And then I think if it gets that far, we can do the rest of it, like the weapons and all that, the detailing, next week. And that'll be the end of it. Because hopefully, assuming nothing happens during transit, I will have the LEDs come next week and we'll put everything together for final assembly, including the lights. Okay, I did panel line this. There's some brown in here. Not the whole thing, I don't think. I think because I was gonna take it apart anyways. So just her off. Actually, I gotta work backwards. The instructions for the head. Side features. Now it. And then these parts here. So I'm going to leave that one alone because there's nothing in there. So there's no clear parts there. It's just this one and the eyes I'm going to take care of. So it's the whole thing. I got some empty spaces here, which has great, like, immediately made me think of what to do with the L-base LEDs because it's hollow here. Nothing's going in here, and there's nothing here. So I think there's like a yellow and an orange light. I don't know what's going to be included on the with the kit. I'm hoping either a yellow or an orange. I'm gonna paint this orange anyways, so that's gonna go here, which will light up this. And then there's going to be a green one back here, which will light up the eyes. if I can get it out. That's a big penguin. How'd you get that emote to get so big? You fed him? What have you been feeding him? I gotta clean up this because it's a big old splotch of panel lining there too. Scraps from Nightbot. So. Use one of these boxes here. Bought these. There's just like there's a 3-pack of these, and it's just like a jewelry storage kind of container. And like this is the perfect size for small parts. I'll be using these for the resin parts for Wing Zero when I get to those. If I'm able to get these things opened. There we go. So I'm gonna put it in steps so I remember what goes where. Okay, so when you take off the eye stickers, if you look at the plastic, I don't know if you can be able to see how well it'll show up. You can kind of see the indent. Actually, it's not even indentation. It's a raised part where the eyes go. So I'm using the same technique I used for Exia, where I'll be painting dark around the eyes, actually throughout over the whole eyes, and then wiping it off where the eyes will be, so that will be the only part that's transparent, and then I'll be covering over that part with the blue, so when the green light goes through, it's going to be more of like a teal color, which is what shows up in the game. Oh, it's a peg. If it can come out. There we go. So I'll clean that up. Hot second. This is what I need to focus on. I get some good expectations for these LEDs, because if they turn out as good as I expect them to be, I'm going to be using them for all the master grades I do from here on out. Except for starters. Let's clean up this face real quick. So when do we get to see me assemble one without instructions? Actually, when you mentioned that, where is it? Because I was thinking of doing that with an entry grade, like the entry grade Granddaddy, but I built it already and it was pretty quick. It took me like 45 minutes. So I'm actually going to, this is going to be on the high grade wheel spin, which is actually going to be the next build we do. But I'm going to be building the high grade of the RX-78 Revive, which is kind of like just the classic Gundam. And I'm actually going to try and build it in one session. I could also try and do it without the instructions. This damn thing close. Okay, I just saw my KVS drop for like a good couple seconds. I think we're good. I think that's just like the routine frame drop I've noticed every now and then. Actually, I had noticed like I don't notice the actual frame drop. I just noticed that it did lose frames. So I think we're good. Nightmare mode. I'm not that good. This is way too big. Hang on, can this fit in one of the other pieces or other compartments? We'll do the side. Okay, that's still way too fucking big. So much for that bright idea. So I'm just gonna actually hang on. Got another. Actually, I can use this. There we go. I'll just use this one. Ultra Nightmares. Blindfolded and eat spicy ramen. That's more of a disaster than a nightmare. Because that's just asking for me to accidentally eat a piece instead of the ramen. See, I was gonna use these for these resin pieces, which I already put the primer on. I just need to paint it. So I'll be doing that in my off time, leading up to Wing Zero Verka, which is going to be the next master grade build. Get the poly caps in the same spot. fin. Okay, so let's use Phantom Gray. Technically don't have it, but well, actually, do. That's glossy black. No, I'm not gonna use the black. So this one. Channel is in limbo currently. She says can't watch me because it says my live but no footage. What in the world? So wait, so it's fine for you guys, but she can't see me? Is that what's going on? Why is this happening? Hang on. Seems fine to me. I can see it. Says I'm live. I can see it. I got myself muted. Yeah, I got audio, so I have no idea. Just tell her to keep refreshing. I don't know what else to say. Because apparently she's the only one that's having that kind of issue. Just came back. Okay, so yeah, I think chicken's the odd one out for this one. Do like full coverage of this thing. So when I did for the Exia, there was some like light leaking through because I didn't fully cover the corners. On-screen celebration. That bits? If you were banned, you wouldn't be able to type in here. Hang on. Okay. Just because Chicken's the only one having the problem, I'm going to do this. All right, I'm going to stop the stream and then start it up again in about a minute. So we'll be right back.